Howdy YouTube! It's all the kind people on YouTube. Eternal gratitude to be present with you. If this is a brand new video you are clicking on, please go back to part 1 for more context. Stay hydrated everybody, get your cup of water, light some sage or Palo Santo if that suits you. Okay, so last where we left off, the willpower. The exercises are meant to be hard to push your mind to its limit. If one fails to complete the exercise, like the cold shower all the way for the duration of the shower, and you reach and you put it warm for relief, that's totally okay. That's beautiful in its own right. And approach yourself with the self-talk in an uplifting way. Oh, you did your best, mijo, you know, like what you're doing is hard. Congratulations on even oh, you turned the water to warm? Yeah, congratulations, mijo. You're doing a wonderful job. It is so difficult to even step into this uncomfortable place to begin with. You know, kudos to you for giving it your best shot. And you know, it's humbling to even tell oneself, like, I can't right now. You know, it's okay. It's beautiful because it's showing yourself, you know, because it's like we always want to do everything all the time, 100%, right? Like perfectionism, but like it's perfect because you showed up and you did your best. You know, that's most of life. Most of life is just showing up, being consistent, and doing your best in that moment, which some moments the day before it was I can't even get out of bed, and then the next day is I got out of bed today and I brushed my teeth. Like, wow, you know, like the progress, right? Well, that saying is from a dear friend of mine, Lady Grass. She brought that up to me. You know, sometimes your best day is just getting out of bed to brush your teeth. You know, sometimes you can be so down in the dumps that's all you do that day. And that's wonderful, man. One foot in front of the other. Speaking to yourself with loving kindness. Speaking to yourself as you would your own child, or a child in general, yeah. So with these exercises, so this like the cold shower, for instance, it's hard, or an ice plunge where you ice bath, you go in a bathtub with ice, right? It's hard, and it's supposed to be hard. And going into any, I guess the word would be like asceticism, you know, putting oneself through discomfort. Asceticism is denying oneself of pleasure in search of spiritual truth. But the way I'm using it, I'm just using it as practices that we dive into that are hard. Yeah, so I am, at least in this context, rewriting asceticism for the sake of the episode here. So the ascetic practices, diving into this discomfort. So when one is going to partake in this practice, you know, do it in an attitude that best suits you, to like cheer yourself on and to get it going. You know, if it's like a very like, man, like this and that, I heard it's healthy, cold shower is supposed to be good for me, I guess I'm gonna do it. Like, you know, embrace the discomfort. Oh yeah, like it's reinvigorating, you know, it feels great, like you feel energized after. Oh man, I'm gonna do my best. You know, you feel the difference, right? Like approaching it with you know, with a sense of you have a head start because your mind is prepped and ready, that you're cheering yourself and, you know, being grateful for the exercise, versus what I said before, like okay, like I guess I'll do it. So approaching it with an uplifted attitude, which in that moment, it is kind of hard to hold that uplifted attitude when the cold shower is hitting you, like, oh, you know, like, just embrace it. Like, pain is temporary, right? Pain is temporary for a lot of us, I am grateful for. right? No, wait, scratch that. You know, we're here now in the future. Everyone's pain-free and healthy and having fun, right? Ooh, creating. Yeah, embrace the discomfort, the pain. I need a little bit of water. Embrace the discomfort. Ride it out. Embrace the pain. We experience only a very minute amount. We experience only a very minute amount of the pain that our ancestors endured. Take that into consideration. You know, a lot of us, you know, we live such comfortable lives. You know, sheltered from rain, food everywhere all around us at the grocery store. You know, back then, it was like, you know, the hunter-gatherer times. Food was not always a guarantee, you know? And, you know, just having all these comforts around us are beautiful, but it's great to, I feel personally, it is a great idea to step into these ascetic practices with that in mind. You know, I am only feeling a minute amount of pain that my ancestors felt, and I honor them with this pain, you know? And a lot of these practices, they're healing, like the cold shower, right? And yeah, so I'll get a tiny sip of water. So earlier, you know, the practices are hard because they're pushing the limits from within your mind. Everything your highest goals and aspirations, the biggest beautiful dream of how your life can and will turn out like, the only thing that's getting in the way / the only person getting in the way of that is ourself, you know? And when I say that, it's that, like, the only person getting in the way of our dreams can be ourselves, you know, possibly can. Besides that, it's a straight walk, you know, a straight walk, couple of steps, not even a walk. You're sitting down and it's in your lap, it's in your hands, just recognizing that fact. So the constructs of our mind, of what we think we can accomplish within our life, the building blocks, the constructs of our mind, of what we feel we can accomplish in what we think, constructs of our mind, what we think we can accomplish within our life, our highest goals and aspirations, feeling they're out of arm's reach, that's a belief system. Like, oh, it's too far away, it's too far away. Sorry, I was playing World of Warcraft a bit ago, like a half month ago or so. And if you know, the hunter, it's too far away, or whatever. Apologies, back on topic, okay. The constructs of our mind, what we feel that we can accomplish within our lifetime, it's a belief system, right? And kind of like an attainable goal that you have of, I feel I can run around the block once. I feel I can, run around the park once. We'll use the block. I feel I can run around the block once. It's going to be real hard because I haven't ran in a while, but I feel if I really try, I can. Maybe the first time you do it, you get 2/3, 3/4 of the block. You're like, oh, I almost made it, right? I almost made it. Oh. Then the second, third time you go, maybe similar. Then the fourth, fifth time you go, you pass and you supersede. You accomplish the goal of making one revolution, passing the block marker. Oh my God! Like I did it! Like you are, you pass the block and you run a little bit more. Like you are. What's the wording on this? Passing the block, running a little bit farther. You are, so when you do this like physical exercise of meeting this hard goal that you finally attain in this physical exercise, you pass the block, you pass that block and you go a little bit more. What you're doing is that you're exercising willpower by getting your goal accomplished and passing it by a little bit or by a lot. When you pass the goal, what's happening is that the constructs of your mind are changing. Oh, I can do this, right? Like I set my mind to this goal and I accomplished it. Like, oh wow, I accomplished that goal. And seeing every goal as a big win. And when you do this, like with like the block analogy, what you're doing is, the goal of passing the block, you made it, and you accomplished it. You went even a little bit further. Congratulating, being proud of yourself. What's happening is when you pass that block, it's not just a physical exercise. When you pass that goal and you exceed it, you are pushing the boundary of within your mind of what's possible within your life, because you are meeting this goal that you made and you're going past it. Your highest goals and aspirations, and your dreams are goals too. So every little thing that you can do to get your willpower strengthened to accomplish these goals are pushing you closer and closer to your dream. Whatever dream that is for you. And for those who have yet to figure out what their dream is, my piece of advice is, at least for now, till you have your dream sorted out, at least for now, focus on your health. Have your health be your number one priority. All the dimensions of self. Your human nature, your animal nature, your physical body, your heart and emotions, your brain, your intellectual mind, your spirit, your soul, every part of you healthy, approach in a healthy manner. And balance is healthy, mind you. Some people do really feel they need to smoke a cigarette once a year on New Year's, because that really like, oh, I did such a great year, I'm gonna smoke this cigarette, and to some people, cigarettes are unhealthy. Why are you doing that? Hey, that's that person's juice that gets them through the year. That's beautiful, but of course, seeing oneself, and can I just smoke that cigarette once a year? If that's what I would even want to do, right? If you feel you would continue to smoke the cigarettes and it becomes a habit, then we know for sure that smoking is detrimental. It's very common knowledge. Tobacco smoking messes with your lung capacity and so many other issues. So for those who have yet to find their dream, focusing on your health, and they're all connected too, all the dimensions of self, focusing on your physical, right? Going to sleep at a decent time. They say somewhere between 8:30, 10 o'clock, attempting to fall asleep at that time. And, getting hydration, clean water, eating healthy foods in alignment with your ancestral roots, getting movement and exercise, like just those key components, right? Working on your physical affects your emotional, because you are meeting your body's needs. Your body's needs to feel good, A lot of us take really great cares of our cars, right? We put the gas, we change the oil every 5,000, to 10,000 miles. We do the transmission flush every 100,000, whatever it is. We also make sure not to let the gas gauge get really low where the light comes on, because then with the gas real low, there's sediment that gets pumped into the engine because all the rocks and sediment settle at the bottom of the gas tank, so making sure you're always above a quarter tank, above a quarter tank. So like the cup of water that is who we are, right? Like to keep our cup over half filled, because in life we give. A lot of us give. We give to others, and a lot of people have been very stressed in the past about like, oh man, I'm giving, I get up and I take care of my kids, and then I drive to work and I give at work, and I come back home and it's the same thing. Where's time for me? Because you're giving, you're sprinkling out your water, you're opening the spigot, turning on the hose, water's coming out. It's very important to nurture yourself. The only person, well, there's other ways, but to nurture yourself is a surefire way to fill up that cup, to nurture yourself with, physical exercise, good sleep, water, food in alignment with your ancestral roots. That fills up your cup. That's something you can do for yourself. Creative expression, making music, painting, singing. It seems like maybe for me, partially for my creative expression is creating these videos, right? And the external way of filling up your cup would be like going to see the acupuncturist, right? Going to get a massage, going to a dear friend's house, spending time, and they make dinner for you and just have a real strong emotional bond. Like, it's a beautiful way to fill up one's cup. I feel it's about that time for the... Yep. Catch you guys in the next one. Love you guys.